What does it mean to voice support for Palestine in the United States today? This question becomes increasingly relevant as the conflict in Palestine escalates, sparking intense debates across the country. The situation has put a spotlight on the backlash and suppression faced by those standing in solidarity with Palestine. In recent events, we've seen individuals losing their jobs over their stance. An editor at Art Forum and a sports writer are among those who have been dismissed for expressing their sympathies. The rising tide of suppression doesn't stop at job loss, however. Civil rights groups are reporting an uptick in more aggressive incidents, including death threats and unwelcome visits from the FBI. These tactics are not new. Pro-Israel organizations have a history of attempting to silence Palestinian rights activists, often using false accusations of anti-Semitism and support for terrorism. But as the conflict intensifies, so does the suppression of voices in the United States. Freedom of speech, a constitutional right, or a selective privilege? With the ongoing conflict between Israel and Gaza, this question has been thrust into the spotlight in the United States. Supporters of Palestine are facing increasing incidents of suppression, a chilling reality that includes not just job terminations, but also death threats and intimidating visits from the FBI. But the tactics don't stop there. Pro-Israel organizations have been accused of using a particularly insidious strategy to silence Palestinian rights activists. False accusations of anti-Semitism and support for terrorism are being wielded like weapons, aiming to stifle voices that express solidarity with Palestine. These tactics have created an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty, where speaking out comes with a high price. The conflict has not only heightened concerns about the suppression of free speech, but also questioned the boundaries of this right. Indeed, it prompts us to ask, when does free speech become a liability, and who gets to decide that? Is there a fine line between pro-Palestinian activism and anti-Semitism, and who gets to draw it? This question has gained prominence as anti-Semitic incidents rise alongside pro-Palestinian activism. The Anti-Defamation League, a leading organization in tracking and combating anti-Semitism, has reported a fourfold increase in anti-Semitic incidents in the United States. Concurrently, they have criticized pro-Palestinian organizations and leaders, accusing them of defending or celebrating the actions of Hamas, a group designated as a terrorist organization by many countries. Expressions such as "from the river to the sea," a phrase often linked to the Palestinian cause, have been scrutinized. Critics argue it suggests the elimination of Israel, while proponents say it calls for a single democratic state where all inhabitants, regardless of ethnicity or religion, have equal rights. The interpretation of such phrases has become a flashpoint, illuminating the complexity of the discourse surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The conflict has sparked debates about the boundaries of free speech and the interpretation of certain expressions. These debates are vital, as they challenge us to consider the balance between advocacy, criticism, and hate speech in our dialogue about this enduring conflict. Despite the challenges, some are daring to challenge the status quo. An increasing number of Americans are taking the bold step to question the long-standing U.S. foreign policy. They're expressing a burgeoning sympathy towards Palestinians, even in the face of potential backlash. Suppression is a stark reality, but it's not enough to silence these rising voices. They're speaking out, they're making waves, and they're refusing to be quashed. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit that even in the face of adversity, the pursuit of justice remains unwavering. It's a testament to the power of words, that they can inspire change and spark dialogue, even when they are seen as controversial. These voices are challenging norms, pushing boundaries, and demanding a re-evaluation of established narratives. In a world where speaking out can cost you your job, it's the voices of dissent that often bring about change.